Russia is simply in the world marketplace for natural gas and for Europe because the pipeline connections and the marketplace dynamics of shipping natural gas by pipelines from nearby Russia has over the last 30 years developed a dependency on Russian supply of natural gas. This dependency varies from country to country inside Europe, but overall, more than 40% of European natural gas comes today from Russia. And of course, with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, there's now a bit of an emergency because that 40% of supply is at risk, and it is clear that Russia is an unreliable supplier of natural gas. So after the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, there was an American effort to incorporate, to integrate the economy of the former USSR into the global economy. And the idea here was that the more closely connected Russia was to the rest of the world economy, the more responsible a player Russia would prove to be. So the idea was to begin first with economic connections, and that these connections would mature over time and develop into close political connections, and that this was the way, leading with economics, this was the way to integrate Russia into the community of nations after the fall of the Soviet Union. This, of course, has proven to be unsuccessful. So 30 years after the fall of the Soviet Union, what the Russian invasion of Ukraine has proven is that those 30 years of economic integration, of connecting Russia to the rest of the world, proved insufficient. It proved an inadequate deterrent to Russian aggression. So unfortunately today, what we see the world doing, what we see the Western world doing, is attempting to unwind or disconnect Russia from the world economy and essentially reverse the actions of the last 30 years. Of course, Russia provides Europe 40% of its gas imports, but that's all part of the global marketplace. So it's not simple to replace that 40% of European demand that is today being fed by Russia. You can't reverse 30 years of supply relationships built between Russia and Europe in 30 days. So it's going to take a good deal of time. And of course, the gas and oil marketplace is already quite tight, with production being at near maximum levels. So the marketplace will not be an immediate relief for the European needs. And so even today, 30 days after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, you see Europe still importing Russian gas. And we can expect that to continue for some period while Europe seeks alternatives. But those alternatives are not quick.